Pesce, obviously, not the result that you guys would have wanted in this game too, but I think overall, I think you guys can be pretty proud of the level that you've raised your game to. That's something you talked about particularly yesterday as well.
Yeah, you know what? That could have easily won that game. Right? I think we gave it everything we had and came up short. It's the playoffs, but at the end of the day, that we have to lose at home, right? I mean, I've been in series where I've been down 2-0, we came back, and I've been up 2-0 and we lost. So I think we just got to carry that momentum.
What can you say of the overall defensive effort from everyone as a whole? Maybe you got two young guys in there too making their debuts tonight, especially with the loss of Dilly.
Great. So much respect for Cholo and Nemo for stepping up there. They played with a lot of confidence, a lot of patience. They held their own for sure, which was awesome to see. And yeah, you know what? Everyone's committed defensively. Obviously, you have to be at this time. You got to do what it takes. It's the playoffs, and you kind of need that extra gear.
I think you've made that many saves before, Super.
Yeah, I don't know. That was few lucky sticks.
What did you see on the one that was right on the goal line that they thought was a goal?
Yeah, and I just kind of saw it behind Markey. Honestly, I didn't even know if it was in or not, but figured why not try to fish it out of there. And thankfully, it didn't fully cross.
Despite the outcome, how big has Markey been for the game?
Yeah, guys, he's the best. Such a competitor. I haven't met many people like him, and he's our horse. Love that guy to death. I love going to battle with him, and he's going to come up big, which he has these past two games.
Brett, what was said the first intermission? Obviously, you guys knew they were going to make a push, but what was the mentality going to that second period?
Just stick with it. They had their push. Scored those two goals. Obviously, that it hurts. It's our special teams. We lost the best special teams battle 2 times in a row, and in playoffs the game's so tight, 5-on-5. You need our special teams to come up big, penalty and power play, and we lose the game arguably because of that. So.
I know you're a humble guy, but can you just speak to your play tonight? I mean, you were really laying it on the line a lot in what you were doing.
Yeah, it's playoffs. You do literally whatever you can to win. There's a reason why Stanley Cup's the hardest trophy to win. Takes it literally everything and everyone. So.
I'd assume, a much better game from you guys, particularly that first period where you guys really kind of imposed your own will. What did you sort of see from this group, and maybe just that final inch of trying to get that second goal?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much doing everything right. A game like today. Just obviously didn't get the bounces with us, and I think there was a lot of times there when we created a scramble in front, and puck could have just bounced it our way, and we would have been standing here with a different result today. So I think overall there's still a lot of belief in this room that if we continue playing this kind of hockey, it's going to come our way. So we're just going to keep working and realizing that this is the level we need to play at to win against a team like this.
How encouraging is that for you guys just to know that exists there right now, right? After the way game 1 went.
Yeah, I mean, from game 1 to today, there's obviously a big step in our game. So obviously we're leaving here obviously that we wanted to win, but I feel like we kind of found a recipe that we need to play and we need to stick at to be successful. And if we're continuing doing this night in and night out, it's going to go our way.
The special teams were the difference with them getting the shorthanded goal. The power play looked a little better in the third but couldn't finish. Just where do you feel you guys are at as a power play unit? How are you feeling about that group?
Yeah, I mean, obviously them scoring shorthanded is obviously a game changer. But I think, yeah, the first game and the first power play today wasn't at the level it needs to be, and I think in the third period we came up and created momentum. We created a lot of chances where the puck could have gone our way, so I think we definitely boosted ourselves a little bit there, understanding how we need to play and how fast we need to play to be successful against that kind of penalty kill. So definitely a good game for us, and we obviously wanted to win, but we're leaving here with a lot of confidence anyway.
Can you speak to the defensive effort that you guys put forward tonight, Jesper?
Yeah, it was great. I think all the way from Markey to the defense to offense, I think it was a pretty solid game. I think Cholo and Nemo stepping in for Dilly and Luke are doing a great job. I think they look good out there and they look confident in the way they were playing, so they were a big help for us.
How about Pesce and what he was able to...
Yeah, I mean, he's a beast. He's such an amazing player to play with. Does so much right out there. And I I mean, obviously, last couple of years I've been playing against him and know how hard it is to play against him. So it's good to have him on my side now.
You guys have been down in the series before and came back from it. Is that something you can tap into and remember about the past playoff experience?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think the difference is that now we've been playing a lot better, and we gave ourselves a recipe to how we can win and how we stay successful. So we're definitely leaving here, going back to Jersey. Like I said before, it's a confident group.
Timo Meyer's he's generated a lot of chances, had a lot of chances, maybe a little snake bit. Just what do you guys kind of do to encourage him as he's kind of looking to get the scoring touch?
I mean, of course, we're just going to keep feeding him. He's a goal scorer. Goal scorers like that, they might have a game or two when the puck isn't bouncing their way, but all of a sudden the puck starts going in. So we're obviously keeping everything the way we have, and I mean, he's such a talent and such a great player and great person. He's going to find that way, and we know in our group when we keep playing the way we did today, bounces are going to come.
How excited are you to get back in front of your home crowd now?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Obviously, this is a loud, good arena to play in. So, but now we're excited to hear our own fans be loud and give us the support.
Then we talked yesterday about just needing to sort of raise the level. Did you see that from your group, and what did you kind of like particularly about the way you guys came out tonight in that first period?
Yeah, I just thought our guys took charge. They had lots of fight in them early. I thought we had fight all game. Competed at a very high level. Liked lots about our game. Obviously, special teams end up being the difference again, but I thought our guys gave it everything they had today, and easily could have had this one go the other way, but it's not the way it worked out. So we'll just take this one, take this effort, and build some confidence out of it and take it home.
Is one of those things just the defensive effort, really, just the way you had two young guys come in, and just as a group, you guys kept their shot total low. We've talked so much about that too.
Yeah, I mean, the four guys that took on the bulk of the work on defense did an unbelievable job for us. I thought Nemec also came in and gave us good minutes. Cholowski, when we needed him to get the guys a breather, did a nice job. So, yeah, I thought that group did well despite the circumstances, and forward group helped them. Put a lot of pressure on the puck, got control of the game early. Put us in a good spot. I said, special teams are the difference, and we knew coming into this series is, our power play has been our edge, all season long, and it was going to be a real challenge for us going up against this penalty kill, and that it could be a big factor in the series, and that's really what is, in a lot of ways, kind of been the story in the first two games.
When a guy like Anderson gets so hot and is seemingly stopping everything, what do you say, what do you do to make adjustments to tell your team, hey, to try and get those floodgates to open?
I mean, it's less about the goaltender for me. We need more volume, It's there's big gaps between the saves and between the flurries, so we need to put a little more pressure on the goaltender. But he was great today. Obviously, I think, we didn't generate a lot, but the ones we did, we had some good looks. Our power play in the third period, another day probably gets one. But, you just got to stay with it. But the challenge remains the same. We need more volume of scoring chances. 5-on-5, there's not a lot there for us. We've done a good job. I mean, we've only given up 3 5-on-5 goals in the series in 2 games, but only scored 1. So it's been... you're losing that battle, you're losing the special teams battle. That's what's got you in a hole.
Sheldon, a lot of great efforts, as you said, by the defenseman here. But can you just speak to the effort that Pesce put out tonight? He was laying it out there. I think he made 3 saves, goal line saves. He was blocking shots. I mean, just the effort overall by Pesce.
Yeah, it's incredible. You can tell this guy wants to win. We shove him over on his left side here tonight. He's playing with Dougie, he's never played with, as a partner, and so, he left it out there. Like I was just saying, there's a lot of those types of efforts that you want to see get rewarded, but our reward tonight, I guess, is just going to have to be the fact that we know we can compete in the series, and we got to take that home, and win or lose today, we got to go home and play well and win games. So like that mindset isn't different. So. We'll focus on getting, obviously, a very important win in Game 3.
Peter on our left.
You mentioned Timo this morning and thinking you had a really good game one tonight. It looked like you had a lot of looks, maybe a little snake bit. Just how did you feel about his game tonight and what he brought you?
Yeah, I thought again he worked. He's physical. You know, they're having a hard time with him. He's a big, strong guy, so he's getting his looks, getting some getting around the net. Yeah, you like to think those are gonna fall for him. So, you know, we're gonna need big efforts from everybody, and we're gonna need some game breaking plays from somebody. And Timo certainly looks like he's on the cusp of that.
And how did you feel about the third and fourth line? I know you said you wanted more from them.
Yeah, I'd have to watch it back, but I think you know, I thought the Dowling, like two of our best scoring chances came off of that line. You know, Dowling and Tight in the second period, Bastian in the slot in the third period. So those guys in their forechecking did a good job for us. I still feel like that, you know, the glass line was, you know, still trying to find its way, but you know, we'll watch it back. But we need to get just a little bit more from everybody there, in terms, especially on offense. But I thought the Dowling line, you know, did their part to get some really high quality looks here today. To get, you know, two really stand out to me, and you know, if we can get two really high end looks, you know, per line, it's, you know, you like to think you're going to get more than just the one goal that we had. But we'll just have to keep building on that. And our team game is just going to have to continue to get better. But you know, to sum it up, I liked a lot about our game today. It's, you know, you don't like the result. We need to generate more offense, and we gotta. You know, we gave up 2 goals today. The empty net goal and the shorthanded goal off of sort of scrambled face-offs. You know, we got to do a better job on those. Otherwise, we're probably still playing right now. You know, so our guys are full marks. I loved our response today, just like it's been all season. We faced a lot of injuries all year. And our team, when faced with adversity and, you know, backs against the wall, they've played some of their best hockey. So I like that about our team today. We showed attitude, we showed competitiveness, we showed care, and we're just going to bring that home. And you know, fans are welcome us there, and we're going to need them. We're going to need them to give us a boost and try to take care of home ice.
Early in the game, Carolina had a lot of trouble just getting the puck out of the zone. Was that something you guys did systematically in terms of maybe just tightening gaps, applying more pressure on the forecheck? What did you all do differently to cause so much trouble for them?
Well, I think it's probably a combination of we're a little bit better. They're probably a little bit worse to start the game, and it just kind of goes. It's sort of a continuation of the third period of the other night. I think both teams are trying to accomplish the same sorts of things. You know, apply pressure on the defense, create some turnovers, spend time in the offensive zone, get pucks to the net. I think both teams are essentially trying to accomplish similar things. We were able to get to our game early, get to it first, and again, full marks to our team to respond in that manner. Unfortunately, we just weren't able to build on it.
Sheldon, what makes Carolina's PK so special?
Pressure, sticks, length. You know, they've so many other penalty killers. They've been here. They've been working together as a unit for I don't know how many years now. They have a great scheme, and they execute it very well with guys with great sticks and great defensive habits and instincts. So you know, it's 2 top penalty kills in the league going head to head. I thought our PK did an admirable job tonight and didn't give anything up. So it gave us a fighting chance to kind of get that saw off on special teams. But shorthanded goal, that's a killer. You know, you can't give that up.
Do you feel like Jacob's been distracted at all by Svechnikov? It's 2 straight games where they kind of got tangled up, and if so, do you even address that at all, or do you just, he's a veteran guy, do you just let it move on?
Who are we talking about?
Markstrom and Svechnikov, they get tangled up again tonight.
I didn't even notice. Mark, he's an absolute pro. He's not distracted. If anything, he's digging into the game even further.
The last one on our right, Gabe.
It looks like there could have been a headbutt against Carolina at the end of the second period. Did you get a good look at that? And if so, what did you see?
No idea what you're talking about.
Thank you, Sheldon.